Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Nikki the Bombshell Biker. Today I'm going to introduce this beautiful girl here. This is Miss Lucy. So Miss Lucy is a 2016 Vulcan S 650. She's my baby. We've been on lots of trips together. She is awesome. Today we are out doing a family ride with Beard and our middle cub. So today we're going to talk about Lucy. We got her from a young military mom who was ready for a bigger bike, which to me is insane because the US version kind of comes out as a beast. The never had a problem. When we brought her home, the Beard rode her home because I wasn't quite freeway ready yet, and we had no problems. She did super great. Was able to take him to unspeakable speeds with ease and did awesome. I really love this bike. It wasn't my first choice. I grew up on Vulcans. My dad had a Vulcan Nomad for most of my childhood. Probably one of my favorite bikes he's ever owned. So I've always wanted a Vulcan, but I didn't really know anything about like the Vulcan S and the newer Vulcans. But I'm not at all disappointed. She definitely can get me up and get me going. No problems weaving in and out of traffic. Great lean angle. I don't know all the stats off the top of my head. I'll put those up on the screen. I'm not really a stats person, which is a lot of what, YouTube for bikes is, but we'll get there. We'll type it up. No problem. So here we have, I haven't added anything to the bike. The bike came with everything that you see on it, except for this bungee cord. So it came, she put the windshield on there. I need to change my sticker because my name is different now. But the seat is super comfortable. No issues with gas mileage. I think we get 35-ish miles per gallon, which is really nice. But like I said, she does great in the canyons here. She does great on the freeway. I have no problems with her like driving around town. It's a lot of fun. The Beard has done a video, which we'll link up at the top, about, if it's big enough for a man. And it is. It has no problem carrying him. My dad came down and rode it. He loved it. He was like, it's so fun. And it is. It's a really fun bike. It's a good time. We get it going. It's great. The only really downside to this bike is if you live in the state of California, you cannot get an exhaust for it. We tried to order an exhaust. There's a train. We tried to order an exhaust for it. And unfortunately, it asks, do you live in California? If you do live in California, are you only going to use it on a racetrack? And even if you say, yes, I'm only going to use this bike on a racetrack, they don't believe you. And then you're sans an exhaust, which is not, it's not the end of the world to me. It's a very quiet bike, especially compared to Tama, the bobber. She's super loud, especially when we start them up together. Mine's like, oh, look, I'm here. And Tama's like, oh, I'm right here. And so she kind of gets lost a little bit. But other than that, I have zero complaints about this bike. It's super fun, super cozy. We were thinking about adding a back seat to this bike so we could take our two older cubs out. But unfortunately, we are getting ready to hopefully upgrade me. Nothing wrong with this bike, just a little bit of an upgrade for us. But yeah, so we love this bike. I named her Lucy for this candy matte orange color because of Lucille Ball's hair. Probably one of my favorite TV shows growing up. I do have an I Love Lucy tattoo on my arm. Fun fact, as well as an I Dream of Jeannie and Gilligan's Island. I grew up with my Nana raising us, my mom's mom. She had a very big part in watching us and taking us to school and picking us up and all that fun stuff. But when we were home with her, she wanted to watch her shows, and those were the best shows. They don't make them like that anymore. So that is how this beautiful girl got her name. But yeah, so here's my sweet girl. She's got a flamingo keychain that says stand tall, and it's got glitter in it because, why not? But I'm going to see if the Beard is ready to ride, and we will get going, and we can take her out for a little bit, and we'll talk some more. So we'll see you guys in just a second. So I'm going to start up the bike here while the Beard and the cub are getting ready. And there is a loud train, but I want to make sure we start it up before the Beard starts up the bobber. And I want you to hear how quiet this bike is. I was like, so clearly you can't hear it. which isn't bad, you know, but it gets me from A to B, that's for sure. All right, so the Beard and the Cub are going to catch up with us. We're going to get going. I see him. All right, so they'll meet me on the road. But as you can tell, she can get up and go without any issue. You know, 0 to 60 and me babying it in just a couple seconds, and it's not. And that was in 3rd, 4th year. But yeah, so for me, I guess, sorry, it's a little windy today. So for me, what's really been important was, this was my first bike. I've ridden on other motorcycles before, but this is my first baby, and it's been a great learning bike. I can easily kind of throw it around, and it's super well balanced. I don't feel uncomfortable going into curves. When I did my safety course, there was another guy who a little bit younger than I was. He also had the Vulcan S 650. He loved it. He couldn't stop raving about it too. But overall, it's been a really fun bike. It's been a great bike to learn on. It's been a great bike to just kind of have for fun. I love taking it out. Going out for rides is probably my favorite part of the weekend, because I don't have to go to work. B, I can just kind of get up and go. Honestly, I think this bike is perfect. I am taller than the Beard. I'm 5'9", and for me, this bike is so comfortable. I never feel like I'm cramped up or anything. It's got mid-range controls, kind of slightly forward, but mostly mid-range controls, and I don't feel like I'm reaching. When I got on the bobber for the very first time after he brought it home, I felt like that aggressive lean forward where you're leaning and you're kind of like hunching over was not okay for me. I have a really bad back. And so for me, like, leaning that far forward all the time was not a good time. But this bike, I'm super comfortable. All of my controls are in my reach. I've been able to adjust my clutch as I needed to, you know, because when I first started riding, I was super nervous. So I was always, you know, clutch and brake. And then, like, especially when I went to class, they're like, get your hand off your brake, you're fine. If you need to, pull in your clutch. And so, of course, like, that has helped me immensely. Ooh, I'm getting thrown around by this wind today. Great. I love my little windshield. I think that has a lot to do with what will shape my next motorcycle experience, is I really want a windshield again. Because I've gotten spoiled and I don't want to get thrown around. I want to be comfy. I don't quite want to be like Goldwing on a couch comfy just yet, but I want to be comfy. And I mean, like, come on. Look at how perfect. I love taking her out. I love when they're like, what do you ride? My face lights up and I'm like, I ride a Kawasaki Vulcan S 650 and her name is Lucy. And that's how I introduce my bike. She gets introduced just like a person. She is a member of our family just as much as the bobber is. I was like, if you have any questions about the bike, the Beard, or I will be happy to answer any of them. Like I said, we'll put some of those stats up. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you today. We kept it nice, short, and sweet, and got to meet this pretty girl officially. I know you guys, a lot of you have gotten to meet her on the Beard's channel. But it's kind of nice to be able to talk on my channel and actually introduce my own baby myself, because she is not the Beard's baby, she's mine. His is Tama, and you guys will get to meet her on this channel as well. And whether he, you know, knows about it or not, but I mean, like, what's mine is yours, right? Like, we're not married, but like, what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. Yeah. But alright guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna chase this train down. So I just want to remind everybody, stay safe and stay sassy. Have a great day, guys.